Hi everyone. Have you had a difficult time forgiving your adult child for maybe their part in this whole situation that you're in right now? It's something I hear a lot from moms, and I want to talk about that today. And I want to talk about the impact of it because it's crucial, right, for your own well-being. And so for those of you that are new here, I just want to welcome you. Thank you for joining us. This channel exists because I walked this difficult road with my own daughter for over 10 years. And while her life was going out of control, mine did the same. And it does not have to be that way. And so now I have the honor of helping moms walk this road with their own adult children and help them find peace in the chaos to where they don't have to do some of the same mistakes that I did. So let's dive in here. So really around forgiveness, forgiveness is a decision. Forgiveness is a decision, and it's forgiving them for the facts of what has happened. Now remember, we've talked about this before, and you know that forgiveness is not for them. Forgiveness is for you and for you to be able to move forward in your own life without carrying this heavy, heavy burden. And forgiveness also does not mean that you agree with or are accepting of the fact that they treated you a certain way. So maybe you're in a situation where your adult child is extremely disrespectful still, and you've had to put those boundaries up. I hope you've done that. Putting up those self boundaries to protect yourself during this time is so crucial. But if you haven't forgiven your child, your burden that you're carrying is going to be probably 5, 10, 20 times heavier than it needs to be. And it's not hurting them, it's hurting you. And so that's where I come in. I help the mom. I can't help your adult child. I am not a therapist, but I do know what you're carrying and I do know how it feels. So I want you to think about that. Number one, the decision to forgive, right? It's a decision and it's not for them, it's for you. And so number two, the biggest thing is when it comes to that is the impact. Number two is impact, because honestly, if you look at it this way, if the entire whole impact of this whole full season, for me, for example, of this 10 years from start to finish, if everything would have hit me at once with everything that happened with my daughter and our relationship and everything, I wouldn't have survived. And I don't think you would either. I don't think anyone could. If everything was hit at once, if the whole impact, like a volcano, everything just went at once, we wouldn't be able to survive that. So that's where the triggers come in. Small triggers over time are going to hit you even after you forgive, right? And so remember, the triggers are people, places, things, even feelings. And so when you have anxiety or you get a bout of depression and you're working through this and you're working hard to get your own 2 feet on the ground, on solid ground, and you're working towards health and wellness for yourself, and really trying to manage your thoughts, managing your health, physically, emotionally, all of that. But yet you still get triggered. You still get triggered when you hear a song, or you still get triggered when you see someone that reminds you of them, or a memory pops up, right? You get anxiety. I want you to place forgiveness again during those attacks, because that's what they are. They're attacks. They're small triggers over time. So if you look at it that way, I've forgiven my child, I have done the forgiveness, but I'm still getting triggered and I'm still having to work through anxiety, depression. Maybe you're still drinking. Maybe, you're overeating. You're not taking care of your body, right? It all starts in our mind, but then it does and it will affect you physically if you don't take care of yourself. So I hope that helps. And I really, the nugget I want you to get out of this is gratefulness that the entire impact did not hit you all at once. When I heard that, I thought, my goodness, there's no way I would have survived that, right? That's just too much. So be grateful for those little small triggers over time. You're like, okay, well, be glad that all of this didn't come at one time, because I can manage this. I can work through these triggers and I can manage this. And so I know you can. So for those of you that you and I've never talked before, and you would like a discovery call, it's a 30-minute conversation with me. We talk about your situation, but I want to hear more about how it's affecting you personally, because that's where I come in. So I look forward to hearing from you. You can click the discovery call link below and schedule that on the calendar, and then we can discuss how I can move forward with you, and we can go from there. So I hope you have a great day.